Hey guys, Caboose here with another video for you guys. So last video that I went over resources and quality and all that kind of stuff for crafting and stuff like that. So I wanted to go over today with you guys thumping, because obviously thumping is a great way to get resources. Like we discussed last time, you're always in search of certain resources. So the best way to go about looking for those resources is to open up your map, and if you look in the middle right of your screen, you'll see where it says show resource scans. So you hit that button, and you could see all the syn uplinks basically. You can see what chemicals or what resources are in those areas, and so that way you can kind of figure out where you need to go. So let's say you need petrochemical. If you need petrochemical, you can come over to this area, you can come over to this area. There's tons of areas that you can go to farm petrochemical. This is a nice tool that Red 5 has come up with, so that way you're not like just in search of a bunch of random places for these items. So now that we showed you guys that, we're going to show you guys how to use the scan hammer properly. So the scan hammer, you can think of it like sending waves to the source that you want to see. So let's say I click right here. Now you can just jump up and you can see that the waves are going in this direction. And so it's leading me over to here. So you're just going to follow those waves. And I'll thump right here. And I know it looks like it's going away, but you can actually still scan hammer right over here. And bam, look at that. That apex right there, that is exactly where you want to be thumping for this raw methane. So if you thump right there, that's where you're going to get your highest percentage of methane. Now that's not to say that this is the best area to farm, obviously, because if you look at the report, we're getting 59% methane and 40% sifted earth. Now sifted earth really isn't worth that much, so this might not be the best area to farm, but if you're needing raw methane, it's a great place to go, obviously. So let's go over DNA farming as well. That's also what I wanted to talk about. You can use thumping to farm DNA as well. Places that I've noticed that are great so far is like Cerrado Plains. You can farm Hisser DNA really easily, like the area that I'm in right now. You can farm Hisser DNA really easily just by throwing down a thumper, and it'll bring out nothing but Hisser mobs. Now if you go over to like the melding areas, you're going to get a lot of chosens. Now I haven't really toyed with this too much to kind of figure out all the regions and what they're all good for, you know, to try to find like Aranas, the chosen, there's the cord, I think, the stolen weapons, all those kind of stuff. So there's different ones. I haven't played with it too much, but I know that the Cerrado Plains is great for Hisser DNA, and anywhere near the melding it's going to be good for like chosen DNA. So use that as you see fit. Another great place to go thumping at is actually inside the melding areas. And if you're familiar with this, you'll know what I'm talking about. But if you go inside of the arcfold modulator events, which the three places are Sargasso Sea, Diamond Head, and what's the third one? Antarctica. There we go. So if you go inside any one of those, you can actually do some thumping in there, and they yield really good resources. Wow, I just nailed that guy. So they yield some really good resources, and so those are great areas to be thumping in because you don't get as much sifted earth, and they're just extremely good areas. So I'm gonna show you guys an example. I'm gonna drive over here real quick and show you guys what I'm talking about. Now I realize like there are some glitched out areas that you can thump and mobs don't spawn. Red 5 has admitted to their developers using it, supposedly. I don't know how true that is, but they know about it. It's not to say that it's completely legal or good to be thumping in those areas. So my only thing that I can really say about that kind of stuff is if you're going to do it, just don't get caught. And if you do get caught, don't be surprised at whatever actions they want to take about it. So thump at your own risk if you're going to do any of the exploit thumping. I'm not going to show you guys exploit thumping because I don't really condone it. So yeah, but I'll show you guys something what I'm talking about. So you can come into these areas, and you can come into these areas if you get arcfold modulators, which I'll talk about in another tutorial. But for anybody who does know about these, and if you didn't know that these are great areas to thump in, I'll give you a good example. Hopefully the first thump will show something good. There's some mobs. So look at this. I'm gonna kill this guy first real quick, or attempt to, because he's gonna be annoying. There we go. Get him out of the way. Really don't want him interrupting our video. Okay, so if you look at these reports, I'm getting 36%, 30%, and 26%. So I mean, you get a lot better percentages over here, a lot more bang for your buck. And if you look, you also only get like 6% sifted earth, which is a good thing. You don't really want a lot of sifted earth. It's not really doing you much good. So if you guys have any more questions, please feel free to ask me in chat in game. You can just message me. Obviously, you can see on the screen my name, Evil Jew. It's just right there for you guys. You can leave a comment asking me any questions. You can get on Twitch anytime I'm streaming, and you're more than welcome to ask any questions. I do help you guys out as much as I possibly can. Typically when I'm in my stream, I kind of jump out of the raid call channel with everybody only because I'm trying to answer y'all's questions. So if you do have questions about this game on any subject, please feel free to join us in Twitch. I will gladly help you guys out. The channel is twitch.tv/Caboose. I will probably be putting a link on the YouTube channel as well, just in case, just to make it a little bit easier for you guys. I wish you guys the best of luck really in this game. If you guys, like I said, if you guys have questions, please feel free to ask. Other than that, I don't really have much else to say about thumping, so good luck with all your thumping.